Hey, we're live. This is the intro to Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. So we streamed this before. We streamed the Master System version. So we're gonna do the Game Gear version. Hey, J Mario. How are you doing? I don't expect a lot of people to have played this. This is Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. Despite the name, it really has nothing in common with Game Gear, with Sonic 2 for the Genesis. Bust through this wall here. The only thing it really has in common with it is it has tails in it. That's about it. All the zones are different, though. It doesn't have any zones in common with Sonic 2. Hey, Chef! How are you doing? Green Hill Zone is actually in this game, but Green Hill Zone is not in Sonic 2, and it's not even the first level, believe it or not. So we'll see Green Hill Zone eventually. Is the volume balance okay, by the way, guys? How you doing, Chef? I missed you. I want these rings. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get as many rings as I can, because this game is widely considered to be the hardest Sonic game ever created. So, yeah, it's probably a good idea to get rings. To get one-ups and things like that. Let's see if I can get one. I just need one. Anything else is a bonus. One per level is fine. How's work? So the Game Gear version, you'll notice that everything is really zoomed in. Hold on, my bot just decided to randomly expand in the background. Let me just get this thing. Feeling kind of exhausted? Hard day at work, huh? I'm doing okay. Yeah, this is Sonic 2 for the Game Gear, believe it or not. So, yeah, I did stream the Master System version. It's mostly the same, but there are some big differences between the two. This game is actually the first Sonic game I ever owned. And like I said, it's the hardest one. It's gonna look very different than the Sonic 2 that everyone else is used to, because it is basically a completely different game. It's not the same game at all. I'm gonna try to get all the Chaos Emeralds. Okay, good. In order to get the Chaos Emerald, there's no special stages in this game. The Chaos Emeralds are hidden on each stage, so you need to go look for them. So the game encourages exploration, but you will always find them in Act 2 of every zone. Totally didn't recognize it. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to. It's totally different. Good? Okay, good. We got it. So the Chaos Emerald is right up here. You get this nice fanfare. And every time you collect a Chaos Emerald, you get a continue as well. So at the end, you hit the signpost. Unlike the Sonic games for the Genesis, what kind of signpost you get can give you different bonuses. Sometimes you'll get a Sonic at the end, and that'll give you a 1-up. If you get a Tails, I've never gotten a Tails before. It'll give you a continue. I think there's like a glitch that prevents you from getting it. If you get a ring, it gives you 10 extra rings, which is pretty much useless. Bit scaled back, not as much as you expect. Yeah, the graphics are actually pretty good. It's really zoomed in. But I really like it. It's very, very hard. Every single boss fight will happen with, it'll happen in Act 3 of every zone, and you never get any rings. So this is really hard. Hold on, I need to concentrate for this. Oh, shit, that was a different pattern. When did Robotnik become Dr. Eggman? He was always Dr. Eggman in Japan. But when they brought him over to America, they changed his name to Eggman in Sonic Adventure 1. So it was kind of you can kind of tell that that he was always called Eggman because a couple of the zones in the end allude to his name. Hold on, I need to concentrate here. Yeah, for some reason, it's doing this pattern. Ah, damn it. Alright, we're off to a really bad start. I did practice this offline a little bit, but there's 2 different patterns for this boss. And, hey, Dragoon. And it's giving me the pattern I'm not familiar with, so it's annoying. The pattern I'm familiar with, he'll drop these steel balls at you, and they bounce at different heights. In the Master System version, they will always bounce low, but in the Game Gear version, sometimes they bounce high. Like this, yeah. That's a high bounce, so it's giving me the pattern I'm used to. Okay, good. There should be another high bounce. Good. Now it's going to be low bounces. Good. One more low bounce. Now one more high bounce, and then that will be it. Ah, damn it! Fuck. Grateful Dead. 23 years since he died? Oh, okay. I had a physics teacher that loved the Grateful Dead. He would always play its music when we were doing labs. Chinese Communist Party, you subscribed to me, huh? I didn't even know that you did that. When did you do that? Ah, fuck. Yeah, we might have to we might have to try this again. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for that subscription, Chinese. I really appreciate that. Give us a number 77. How many bits you have? Oh, okay. You've been farming for bits? Alright, let's try this. Let's see. Okay, that was really close. Okay, one more high bounce. 2 low bounces. Okay, one more high bounce. Okay, good. But we're in a bad spot because see, he can still kill you right at the end there too. So you gotta be careful. When I first saw this thing, I thought it was another boss. I was scared shitless because when I was a little kid and I finally beat that boss, I was so ecstatic. And then I saw that thing, and I was like, what is that? This is Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. Now this is going to be Sky High Zone. So like I said, even though this game is called Sonic 2, it has nothing in common with the Genesis version. All the zones are different. So we are down to 1 life, so we're going to have to farm for lives by quite a bit. There were 4 that are in like the quote-unquote main series, but then there's also Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic Spinball. That was a 1-up. There was also Sonic Blast. Then there were also Tails games, Tails Sky Adventure and stuff like that. Yeah, Sonic Advance, there was a Sonic Advance 2, Sonic Advance 3. So, will I play them all? I don't think we'll play all of them, but we'll play a lot. Alright, there's a 1-up here. I actually didn't even know that 1-up existed. before I just played it like a little while ago. I was just messing around to see if I could beat some of the bosses. Hey, Chertka! So glad you can make it. How are you doing? So, you might think it's such a big waste of my time to collect all these rings. Believe me, it's not. This game is really hard, so it's worth it just to collect some rings. This is the only time you ever get invincibility in this entire game. It's kind of strange. And it's totally useless. When I first used the hang glider, I had no idea how to use it. In order to use it, you have to tap left on the D-pad. And that'll give you like a little bit of altitude. Kind of similar to how you fly in Super Mario World with the cape. Yeah, you get a score at the end for getting rings and stuff like that, but we're mostly concerned with just getting extra lives. You wish you could be 40 again? What you would give to be 40 again. Alright, we're gonna try and... So, from time to time you'll get these updrafts. That's kind of neat. It'll give you a little bit of altitude. Alright, so the Chaos Emerald is somewhere here. Alright, we're gonna ditch the hang glider. You can actually take the hang glider to the Chaos Emerald. Let's see. Okay, so it's finding the Chaos Emerald here is such a big pain in the ass. So you'll see, you can actually bounce on some of these clouds. Anything that looks like this cloud, it's like kind of like has 4 little circles on it, 4 little puff balls on it. Those are the clouds that you can bounce on. And you gotta kind of work your way to the right here-ish? Here we go, okay. It's totally random where this location is. And you gotta take this jump with kind of like some movement here. And then it'll give you that. That was really good. When I was doing this, when I was practicing offline, it took me like 5 attempts to even get that Chaos Emerald. So it was really, really tricky to get it. Towards Deus Ex Play, the new Prey, it's the better System Shock like FPS action adventure. What is that? Deus Ex Play? I never heard of that. What platform is that for? So that was also another Prey? Oh, the new Prey? Yeah, I was thinking about getting it. I can get it for pretty cheap on the PS4. I'm really disappointed that they canceled the Prey 2 because it just looks so good. Alright, here's the boss. I forgot to mention, on the previous level, I was stuck on that forever. Because even though it's not a bottomless pit at the bottom, there is a sticking point in that level. It's kind of hard to explain it. Oh boy! Hold on, I need to concentrate just a little bit. You gotta be careful. If you hit the beak, you get bounced forward like that. This boss is not too tough. Actually, its little chiclets are much tougher than it is. Like I said, all boss battles, you have no rings, 0, so 1 hit will kill you every time. You ever see anyone complaining about how hard the Genesis games are? They don't know what hard is until they played Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. It's great, get it? Get it right now! Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely get it sooner or later. I wish I actually got it a little while ago because there was a really good deal on Amazon to get it for like, I think it was like 13 bucks. It was really cheap. Whoa! 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 Kind of get like Oh! For fuck's sake. You can get for 10 to 15 bucks. It's like, I think it's like 17 right now on Amazon. We're down to 2 lives. This is so bad. I really want more lives than this. But we do have 2 continues, I think. Oh, Jesus. This is not even that hard. It's just annoying. How many lives do we have left? This is the last life, so do or die time. You got the pre-order version? Nice! Any bonuses on it? There's gotta be bonuses on it, right? Okay. This is what I should be doing, waiting for it a little bit more. I think maybe one more cycle? That was really close. Okay. That was really close. Alright, next level is gonna be... I forgot the name of it exactly. Aqua something. It's the obligatory water level. Aqua Lake. It's a cool name. So you'll see there's one move in this game that that you never see in the Genesis version. You kind of like skip over the water. It's kind of like porpoising. By the way, can you guys hear the game okay? Is the volume balance alright? Okay, so you see you got the water here, right? So, yeah, you can go into the water like this, but you'll notice that these rings are just kind of hovering above. You might be wondering why they're like that. So you gotta take it with a run. You can't spin dash in this game, but you can do this. So that's kind of cool. Unlike the other Sonic games, when you go through a loop, you can't go back. It becomes it's like a one-way kind of thing. I don't know why. Everything's great? Awesome. Let's try to get some 1-ups. If I can. Alright, there we go. And here's another one. Good. So since the resolution is so zoomed in, you kind of have to, you know... Oh shit, that didn't work. Let's see what's over here. It doesn't matter. It's alright. We didn't have enough speed to skip over the water like that, so... I can't remember if it tells you that you can do that in the instruction manual, but if you just watch the demo, the in-game demo, it shows you that you can skip over the water. You can also do this again in Sonic Chaos. That's the sequel to this game. Alright, so Act 2 takes place completely underwater, and it's probably my least favorite act, for obvious reasons. And then you have these stupid things where you're zooming around all the time, and they're very annoying. So the Chaos Emerald's located here. It's gonna be in one of those little speedy tunnel things. I'm gonna wait for this bubble. So this bubble might look familiar if you remember Sonic Mania. Remember in the Sonic Mania you got to move around in the bubble. Ah, shit. So that's taken directly from this game. Come on, alright, good. Probably won't get a 1-up here. That's alright. So there's a sticking point in this game as well. So your natural instinct is when you get to the top here to pop the bubble, and then you walk forward. Let's just go down here and get these rings. And then when you make your way to the other side, there's another bubble waiting for you. Awaiting you. But when you take this bubble, when you reach the top, you won't get the same deal. So you have to take this bubble over to the left and then ride it to the top, because there's no bubble that's going to come down. That's going to come up from there. So that's where I was stuck when I was a little kid. So now if you guys ever play this game, you know how to get through all the shit that stifled me when I was a kid. All these free tips. Shit. Fucking jump, man. You have to push the jump button like 5 times in order for him to actually jump. Okay, so next time we reach one of those tubes that speed you around, you gotta push left. And then you'll go through a secret passageway. So just push left when you're through here. The whole time. It's fine. And there it is. And then just get out. Yay, 1 up. Alright. So we're pretty close to the end now. This part's gonna be really tricky. There's gonna be harpoons coming at us like that, which fucking sucks. You can easily die here. Stick, I guess, to the right side. Go as fast as you can up here. The harpoons will not respawn. They'll kind of shoot off. Eventually you'll see some slobsters. They're annoying as hell. Yep. So after you get through all the BS here, you have to contend with those BS lobsters. Hold on. So all the harpoons should be gone. Okay, I guess not. You just have to run away. Oh! Okay. And that's it. Good. Actually, it went well. Alright, the boss for this level is not too bad. He's like a seal. And he'll bounce you like a ball when you jump on top of him. Well, you'll see. You'll see what happens. It's really cool how you can skip like that. Alright. So he'll catch you, he'll juggle you, throws you away, wait until the ball comes up, and then just hit it, and then just rinse and repeat. So this is zone 3, right? Alright, that's it. He wasn't too tough. So guess what the next zone is? Green Hills Zone. In zone 4. And it's great. It's a great rendition of Green Hills. It's much harder though than any Green Hills zone you're used to. And I love the music. It should sound familiar. This is the theme to Sonic Boom, the intro song in Sonic CD. Except that one actually has lyrics. It's a great music. Thing looks like a deformed Metroid Robotnik size. You know, that's the thing you gotta hit in order to get the animals out. You can get a lot of 1-ups here, so it's a good opportunity to just kind of collect them all. Oh, the boss?
Nothing can survive the way you stay alive when you try. You can do anything.
The corny music. Luckily, we don't have to listen to the corny lyrics here. It's really good music, though. I like it. There's a lot of 1-ups. Can we get to the left here? Yeah. Okay, good. 7 lives. Okay, good. Perfect. We went from what? Like 1 to 7? Maybe we can get 8. I should have killed that fucker. Hold on. There are no shields in this game. So, yeah. You gotta be extra careful. We can get another one. Okay. I think that's it, yeah. Oh, wait, no. So, in order to, the final zone is called Crystal Egg Zone. You will not be able to go to Crystal Egg Zone unless you get all the Chaos Emeralds. Whoops. Aw, shit. If you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, you get the bad ending, and you won't see the final zone, which is Crystal Egg Zone. Crystal Egg Zone is, despite being the last zone, is a very colorful zone. Very bright and vibrant. Very upbeat. And has some of my favorite music in the game. Oh, nice. Ah, fuck. Oh, well. Damn it. I can't go back. That's fine. That's the end of the song. Act. So anytime you get rings that are increments of 10, you'll always get the ring goalpost, which is kind of useless. It's just for score. But I guess if you have 90, you'll get a 1-up. Rarely you'll get a Sonic signpost. That'll give you a 1-up. Alright, so getting the Chaos Emerald here is going to be really tricky. Let's see if I can do it. Oh boy. So there's gonna be some jumpers, some springs. And I'm gonna have to bounce on them in the similar way to how I had to get the Chaos Emerald in Sky High Zone. You have to kind of take it with a jump. Whoops. Welcome back, J Mario.
The way you stay alive.
Sorry, I'm not gonna sing that stupid song. Ah, fuck. I overshot it. See, I knew... that's kind of the problem with this game, is that you can't see what's in front of you at all. When I get demoted from second to first... Oh, when did you get demoted? My buddy Tatsu, he donated what was it, 500 bits? He was so nice. Tatsu has been supporting me for so long. He's such a nice guy. I thought you were talking about the stage for a second there. I was like, you mean why we in Green Hill Zone? Yeah, oddly enough, Green Hill Zone is the 4th zone in this game. Okay, I think this is the one you need to take with... Well, maybe it's this one. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Well, thank you, G Mario. I appreciate that. Okay. 75. Well, I don't think we'll get the 1-up. That's fine. That is okay. I always remember those flowers being in front of that signpost. Kind of neat. I really like Green Hill Zone in Sonic 2. It's a big improvement over Green Hill Zone in Sonic 1 for the Game Gear. We'll see that game one day. I'm still not very good at it. It's pretty tough. I don't think it's as tough as this, but I'm more used to this game. Oh shit, that's bad. Hold on. Hey, J Marion, thank you for the 17 bits. Tatsu's posting some nice No Man's Sky screenshots on Steam the past few days. Oh, nice. I'll have to check them out. Okay, this is really tough. Hold on. Alright, so you're gonna get to this sticking point here. You gotta go back. And you gotta take one of these jumps with some increased speed here. Okay. This is really tough. I think that... Nope, that won't do it. No. So that's the sticking point right there. If you keep on just going through this as normal, you'll eventually get to that brick wall. You have to jump on one of those springs with forward momentum, similar to how we got the previous Chaos Emeralds. And since you can't see anything, it just makes it harder. Yeah, that's bullshit. You can't see anything. Very annoying. Let's try it again. Thank you for the 1 bit. Okay, so then we come down here. Then we'll take this one with a running jump. Thank you for the 1 bit. Okay, damn it. That wasn't what we needed to do. We had to get up there and then do it again. Go back. Here it is. Take it with a running start. Okay, good. Oh, damn, I made it. Okay, this fucker. It's kind of like a hedgehog himself, or like a boar or something. He's kind of tough. He follows these patterns, but when you're used to him, he's not too bad. Okay, we got it. Thank you for the 6 bits, the Chinese Communist Party. Pray will teach you how scary a coffee mug can be. Interesting. It's ringing some bits, yeah. Alright, so we got through that fairly well. Gimmick Mountain Zone is next. This one is pretty easy-ish. And getting the Chaos Emerald, when you know where it is, it's easy to get it, so... That's good. 16 bits! Thank you, J Marion. Here are the spinny wheel things. You probably remember these things This is the first time you ever see them in any Sonic game. But most people probably remember the spinny wheel things being in Sonic 3 Carnival Night Zone. Enemies in this level look kind of weird. They're really easy though. You just... Oh, there's another invincibility here. I totally forgot about this thing. Okay, go down here. You can get this one up here. Damn it. Okay. Probably shouldn't have bailed out. Oh well. Aliens? Another video game with aliens in it? That's crazy. Yeah, I gotta say, like, I really wish Prey 2 came out instead. Like, I'm sure Prey's a good game, but Prey 2 looked so good. It was gonna be a cyberpunk game. Have you seen the videos for Prey 2, Chertka? When you're in the minecart, it can kind of do some cool things. You'll see it, like, bust through some spikes here. It's kind of neat. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is one of the rare times when you can actually get a Sonic flag at the end. It'll give you a 1-up. Technically, you can get a Tails flag at the end, but I've never gotten one. Flag, signpost, whatever you want to call it. I should call it signpost, I guess. Okay. So to get the Chaos Emerald in this level, you have to jump to the left here. Not here. Here. That is, fake wall. Believe it or not, when I was a kid, we had no... We found every single other Chaos Emerald except for the Chaos Emerald to this zone. Finally, my sister found it because, at the time, Fruit by the Foot was, like, putting, like, game tips on their Fruit by the Foot wrappers. And it told her. It told her where it was. It was crazy. Oh, there it is. It's more like Deus Ex than a shooter? Okay. Do I have a stream delay? All streams have a delay. I mean, I could put up the chat so you can see how the delay looks. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, unless, like, just got called out to do more work, chef?
What?
They better be paying you extra, overtime. No problem, chef. I understand, you gotta do some hard work. What do they want you to do exactly? They want to lay down some more ground wires and shit? Ah. I hate those cheap things. The game's cheap enough. Let's get some rings. Ah. And we got a lot of 1-ups. I'm not too worried. Whoa. Whoops. Why do I keep falling for that trick? They do it every time. Let's see, I think this is the end. Yep, this is the end. Alright, so boss for this level is gonna be kinda like a ramming guy, kind of ramming robot kind of thing. Oh, by the way, like you probably noticed that all the bosses, except for the final boss, are just robots. You know, it's not Robotnik himself. It's just like random robots that Robotnik has created. That's how it is for all the Game Gear games. So getting to the boss is actually just as challenging as the boss himself. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. As usual, no rings on Act 3, ever. This is tricky. You gotta know how to do it all. You gotta jump off here, then wait. That thing will come around. Jump on top of this thing, wait for it. Duck here. I think we're okay now, right? Yeah. One more? Yeah, that's it. Why is my name Enigma Hood? When I first started out on YouTube, all the other names I wanted were already taken. Nothing too special. Alright, this is Scrambled Egg Zone. This is the, I guess, quote-unquote real final level. It is awful. I really don't like it. But, well, it is what it is. You'll see why. It's fucking confusing with all these damn tubes, and you have to figure out which ones to go in and stuff, and it's just like, come on. And with the zoomed in camera thing, like, it makes it a million times harder. Okay. I'm gonna have to pause it from time to time like this just to see what the hell's going on. So despite the difficulty of this whole game, the boss for this zone is really fucking easy. It's Silver Sonic. And he's easy. I mean, he's just easy. Okay. I think we need to go left. And then down. You just have to know this shit. Yeah, I fucked up. Okay. Did I fuck up? Wait. Yeah, I fucked up. I don't even know where I am. Okay, at least we get a lot of one-ups here. I think they realize that people are going to be struggling with this level, so... and I fuck it up. I think the enemies respawn. There's gonna be a bomb guy here. Alright, I see. I think I see where I was supposed to go. See? Oh, great. What the hell? So that's where we landed, right? So we were supposed to jump to the left. It's an enigma. Exactly, jerky boy. Then over here, so left, down, we can push to the right, that'll give us that one up, then push down, and then jump to the left. See, that's the thing I fucked up before. Okay, so far so good. As you can see, this is a clusterfuck. Oh boy. So I memorized some of those things, even like after all these years. I still remember some of the tube locations I have to go through. It's more muscle memory and kind of like pattern recognition than anything else. It's one of those memories that just kind of sticks with you. It's a weird kind of memory. These old games. No, I was just pausing the game a lot so I could see what I was doing. When I'm in those tubes, I gotta see what's going on. It moves so fast. See, I'm pausing it. It's the only way to get through it. This one, I think we could just do the roll here. Yeah. I think we're in the right location. Ooh. Damn it. Okay. This is gonna be pretty tough. Yeah, I fucked up. I don't know if I can recover from this. Hold on. No, I can't. They expect you to memorize it so well, and if you fuck up, then they drop you in spikes. You gotta do it all over again.
Crazy? Yeah, it is crazy.
No, and then if you get hit here, you get fucked. Okay. It's alright, we have a lot of lives. But we can go through them pretty quickly. No! Alright, I need to stop rushing. There's no point. I missed it. And all the bombs respawned. Oh, you gotta love this. This is bullshit. Alright. It's like, as long as they get off screen, like, they'll respawn. Which is stupid. Alright, we gotta take this a little bit more carefully. That should be fine. Okay. Okay, so it's right, left. I was supposed to push up there, but it's okay. Good thing you get that one up there every time, so even if you're stuck on this forever, like, you won't run out of lives because the lives keep on respawning every time you get a game, every time you lose a life. So that's good. We'll just get a one up here, because why not? Alright, so let's try this again. This is gonna be really tricky. So what do? We gotta... It wants us to drop down straight through here? Yeah. Alright, here we go. I can't even, like, explain how to friggin' do this. It is so convoluted. And then down, I think. No, I missed it. Yeah, I fucked it up. Is there a way to try again? I don't think so. Once you mess that up, you have to do it all over again, I think. Yeah, you're pretty much stuck down here. Alright. So I messed that up because I was supposed to push left at the top of that tube. Like I said, it's kind of hard to explain. It's just... I hate this. This is probably my least favorite act. I mentioned before that Aqua Lake Act 2 was my least favorite. That's not true. It's this. No. For some reason, he just doesn't maintain his momentum there. You have to stop here, then roll into a ball, otherwise he won't get enough speed. Okay, so right, and then hold down left. Up. Good. You can get another one up. So we're not losing lives, we're actually getting more lives. But we don't need them. Okay. Jump up through here, go to the top, push down here. There we go. There we go. And that's it. That is bullshit. That is so annoying. Alright, I think the worst is over now. I don't think it's too hard to get to Silver Sonic. Silver Sonic himself is pathetically easy. So you'll remember Silver Sonic from Sonic Mania? in our fight with the Metal Sonic. He summons a bunch of little kitty Silver Sonics. Back to your room? Sounds good. Oh, shit. Yeah, we're gonna be fighting Silver Sonic. Apparently, from what I heard, in Japan he's called Metal Sonic, but in the Sonic 2 Game Gear manual, he's called Silver Sonic. Exactly, yeah. That's a different Silver. Oh man, I did it again. You'll see. If you played Sonic Mania, he'll look familiar. Okay, this is so stupid. It's like throwing me into that spike pit, but it's not hard to avoid. Okay. And we stop here, go through this. And it's Silver Sonic. So, he'll be in a ball, you just bounce off of each other. That's it. So, even though one hit will kill you, like, his attack, it has no reach, so it's never something you're ever worried about, ever. How long is this game? We're actually almost done with the game. There's only one more zone after this. In fact, if you didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds, this would be the final boss. But since we got all the Chaos Emeralds, we're gonna be going to the final boss. That's gonna be a crystal, and there's the... If you get all the previous Chaos Emeralds, he gives up the last one. So that was Scrambled Egg Zone. The next zone is gonna be the final zone, which is Crystal Egg Zone. And like I said, you know, it doesn't look like a final zone at all. It's really vibrant and upbeat, and it's easy too. But I like it. I love the music. Kind of a lame final boss, yeah. But actually, he's not the true final boss. You'll see the true final boss. Act 3 of Crystal Egg Zone looks nothing like the first two acts. And it's actually genuinely tough. So I really love the music here. I always wanted to see kind of like either like a 16-bit remade version of this in like in a Sonic fan hack or something, or maybe in Sonic Mania 2. I would love to see that, especially with remixed music. That would be great. Oh, great. Looks like Kirby. Oh, I never thought of that. Yeah, we can probably get some 1-ups here, but I'm not even gonna really bother. In the manual, it says you, like, smash through, like, and that was a really short act. Oh, good, we got another 1-up. In the manual, it says you can smash through crystals. In no part of this zone do you ever do that, so, kind of weird. Pastel colors, yeah, it's odd for a final zone, but it's a welcome change because the whole game was so tough. So you're not gonna mind it. The blocks? I don't know. they look like the regular blocks that we busting through before. Oh, thank you, Churka. But yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe that's what they meant. Oh shit. Here's some more circle thingies. These ones actually move. They're pretty cool. I don't know what else to call them other than circle thingies. Maybe like pinwheel thingies? That also works. Yeah, when I got to this zone only using the level select at first. Doing the level select is kind of tough. When we discovered that there is a level select, we were really excited, me and my sister, because we could never find all the Chaos Emeralds at first. But if you use the level select to come to this zone and then beat the game, you won't get the true ending. You'll get the bad ending still. So, if you want the true ending, you gotta beat it the right way. Oh, no problem, Chirka. I'm not gonna really waste time getting rings, I guess. I mean, we're at the end of the game anyway, so it's not a big deal. Like I said, the final boss is kind of tough, but I'm not too worried about it. So, we should be alright. And that's it for Act 2. Alright, next act is the final level. And you'll see, it looks totally different than the first 2 acts. Alright, here's where the zoomed in Game Gear resolution really gets in the way of the actual game. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Whoops, whoa. Okay, so the screen is panning up and down and stuff like that. This is not how it's supposed to be. In the Master System version, it doesn't do this whole scrolling shit. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, the reason why it has to do that is because it's so zoomed in on the Game Gear version. So it's pretty annoying. Think we can get one more hit in? Nah. Alright, just one hit. This is a really tough boss. He's gonna, as you can see, he's shooting these things at you, and then he's going to electrify the entire room, so you have to hide in the tubes. Did I even hit him there? I don't know. There's not enough time to do it. Yep, so, as you can see, like, you don't have enough view of the play area. So it's extra annoying, which makes it extra tough. And like I said, one hit kills you. So you're in for a long battle here. Your best bet is just to do what I'm doing, is just to hide in the tubes the whole time. Yep. Yeah, they should have. Which they did with Sonic 1, but I guess they wanted to... I knew that was gonna happen. I guess they wanted to... you know, make the sprites bigger. So that you have a better view of Sonic, which you do. But it makes the game harder. Much harder. So if you want to compare and contrast this to the Master System version, you can look up my old stream of it. Ah, jeez. So the pattern is different every time, or I don't know. It's hard to tell which pattern you get, but he has like a couple of different patterns. I don't think it's like totally randomized. I do think that he follows a set pattern. Okay, we're not gonna make that mistake again. But the pattern you get depends on whatever. Chosen design over functionality, yeah, they did. And that's what made the Game Gear... That's one of the reasons why the Game Gear version is harder than the Master System version. Yeah, you may have. We have enough time. Nope. That's the other thing he does. Shoots his little electricity shit at you. You still have a lot of lives. Over 9. What? Oh, great. We're gonna get hit? Nope. You kind of just gotta get lucky, take a chance, and hope you don't get hit. Yeah. We had to skip on that, just in case. You take Sonic so seriously? Sonic is serious business. No fooling around. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Well, we're gonna be here for a while.
There's no other way around it.
Oh! Fuck you! I don't think you can get him 2 hits on one cycle. I don't think so. Let's see. Push up. Not enough time. Ooh, that was really close. Honestly, I like the final boss to Sonic Chaos more. I could have hit him, but oh well. Oh friggin' well. Maybe 1 or 2 more hits? Hard to tell. Maybe 1 more? He does look happy. Ah, oh, damn it, he's still not dead? Yeah, by the way, this is the only time you even fight Robotnik in this game. He's the final boss. All the other ones are just robots. You fucker. Takes like one gajillion hits. You have to have extreme patience. There's no other way around it. So you could probably get a hit in right there, but it's just risky as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? It's too risky.
Especially when you come this far. If you fuck up now, you gotta do it all over again. See, if I pushed up there, then I would have gotten zapped. We have to do another cycle. Fuck! Buzz. Got it! There we go. Now we can see what the fuck was behind him. And he runs away like a bitch. Woo! Finally, right? Alright, so now Tails teleports in. That was the objective the whole time, by the way, in case anyone didn't know. Actually, the objective was to save Tails because he was kidnapped. If you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, you don't see Tails here. Yay! Tails looks weird. Did he get electrocuted? Did not? Nah, that was a teleporter. So, another difference is that if you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, you get a different ending theme, too. And Tails is not running with you. Yeah, despite this being called Sonic 2, you know, unlike Sonic 2 for the Genesis, you can't play as Tails in this game at all. That's a little morbid, yeah. He went all that way just to save Tails, only to electrocute him. So you don't get to play as Tails until Sonic Chaos, which was called Sonic and Tails in Japan, which I actually think is a better name. So that's it. That was Sonic 2 for the Game Gear, the hardest Sonic game ever. But in all fairness, if you know what to do, it's not too bad at all. Sonic 1, in some ways, is harder. But if you play both blind, then yeah, Sonic 2 is harder. Just because there's more sticking points. More places to get stuck on, so... I guess, like, if you have a guide or something telling you what to do, then maybe Sonic 1 for the Game Gear is harder, but... they're both pretty tough. Play one more. The thing is, like, if I were to play one more, I would have to play Sonic 1, but I actually haven't practiced that one enough yet. Like, I did grow up playing that game, but I didn't play it as much as this game. I think because I didn't like it as much. So, yeah, we'll call it. We'll call it for tonight. And, I don't know. Maybe we'll stream something different tomorrow, you know? Do you feel masochistic to ever play Sonic Adventure for us? Let's see. Yeah, I actually do have Sonic Adventure, don't I? You know, for you, Chef, I would. And if you really want to see that, I would stream it. I have streamed it before, but honestly, I think that game's a piece of shit. But, you know, if you really want to see it, I will play it. And that's another difference, by the way. If you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, you don't see Sonic up in the sky like that. He just sees Tails, and he looks at his constellation longingly. Don't want to see me suffer? We'll see. Maybe we'll stream it one day. So even though you win, it still says game over, which is kinda annoying. But some other games do that too. All right. That crackly, staticky Sega. It was impressive for the Game Gear, I guess. Okay, so that's it. It is, yeah, that's true. Like Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast back in the day, but some years later you realize how awful the gameplay and level design was. Yeah, I mean, like, all the Sonic stages are good. What I didn't like about that game was I didn't like the hub stages because it was so obtuse to figure out what you were supposed to do next, even. And you would get stuck, and like that should never be a barrier to playing the game. And it was. I liked all the Sonic stages. I mean, some more than others. And then but then that's it. Like, everything else about the game, like, I have no interest in. I have no interest in playing as any of the other characters. At least they're optional, though, but, like, then you're missing out on, like, what? 3/4 of the whole game if you don't play as any of the other characters. Maybe playing as Tails might be okay, but playing as Knuckles, from what I heard, is just basically the same shit as it is in Sonic Adventure 2 anyway. And then you have that robot, which I think is like the shooter stages from Sonic Adventure 2, and then you have Big the Cat, which is fishing, which from what I heard, once again, is even worse than Knuckles from Sonic Adventure 2. And yes, the camera was awful. With that said, though, I like Sonic Heroes, so I wouldn't mind streaming that if you guys want to see that one day. Alright, but that's it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure. And I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.